Lines.
Rines. What beer am I drinking? I don't know. Could be
You
yours.
tell us.
Yeah. Let us know next time on Rines Lines. I don't know.
Well, we've got a very special Ryan's Lines episode ahead of us.
Start over. Take two. Rines Lines.
I could
ahead,
tell
Joe.
Sam wants to just scream Ryan's lines at the top of his lungs. Like he wants to so badly. But he can't.
Are we still
Ryan's
going
Lines.
or are we
Yeah,
starting
Ryan's
over?
I don't
You
know.
said
I
take
don't know.
two.
Joe,
So
go ahead.
usually Sam does the intros and everything. But you know what? It's Ryan's lines.
Well,
So
Joe
Ryan
was
does
saying
this.
something. I interrupted Joe.
Well, we got a special episode of Ryan's Lines this week because Sam made a really stupid bet last week and is not allowed to speak for this entire episode. So we're going to see how he did last week, and then, we're going to kind of telepathically understand where he wants to put his money for his picks this week, and then he's probably going to have his best week yet. So,
Sam,
let's get down to last week.
How do you feel about that, Sam?
It's like Ryan's lines.
Ryan's Lines. All right.
Hey guys, it's Adam from Alt Fantasy Sports. Some of y'all have been playing Fantasy Ultimate and Fantasy AUDL all season long. Thank you very much for doing that. I wanted to let y'all know, give the Ringer Alti family a sneak preview. We're teaming up with the AUDL to bring you an end of season final push contest. It's going to be a DFS based game, so you're going to pick your squad every weekend for the last 4 weeks of the season, okay? Pick your squad, set your lineup every weekend, staying under the salary cap, okay? Score the highest amount in that week, you're going to win a free, fully custom jersey from the AUDL, okay? Team, name, number, size, whatever you want, you got it, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to take the top scores out of those 4 weeks. So enter every week. If you don't win a week, that's okay, because you'll be automatically entered into the entire finishing kick contest, okay? So the top 3 scores over the final 4 weeks will also win a fully customized jersey courtesy of the AUDL. We're so excited for this. We're excited to have y'all on board, and thank you guys so much for playing, and keep having fun, all right? Thank y'all.
Let's get into it.
Facts.
Sam, I know you can't speak, but can you share a screen? All right, that's beautiful.
This show's hard without Sam, man. I'm already panicking.
Ryan's lines.
All right,
Sam allowed to laugh. Is he allowed to laugh? Shut the fuck up, Sam.
if I hear Sam, I'm quitting the podcast, and I'm gonna take the first bus to New York City. I'm gonna I don't know. I'm gonna probably throw him off the balcony.
Sam, say absolutely nothing if I'm your best friend and Joe's not your best friend.
Oh shit!
Wow! Silence speaks louder than words.
All right.
Ryan's Lines.
Ryan's lines.
All right, we got Breeze
minus
minus 8.5 for this first game, and if my math is correct,
7.
that would only be 7. So congratulations to anybody who picked Montreal, which would be Sam and Ryan.
Hey, here we go, Sam.
Here we have
Andrew's
Cats minus 2.5. And congratulations to every single one of us who said the Cats are going to win, but not by that much.
So we all got radicals.
Golf
Yeah.
clap.
Here we
We
go.
all picked radicals.
Hell yeah.
Okay, here we have Union minus 8.5, which did not hit. So congratulations to Sam and to Andrew.
I'm a Detroit
Here we have
believer.
Hustle minus 9.5.
Wow, these
Good line.
lines are kind of spot on. I'm just gonna say it.
Congratulations to Andrew and to Ryan.
Did I bet on Houston? Did I bet on Houston?
You bet on the Havoc.
Okay.
Wait, did I get it wrong? Oh, yes. So yes, you did
Yes.
bet on Houston.
So we won by half a point here.
Yeah, you did.
Let's go, Andrew.
Hey.
Here we have Union minus 7.5. Congratulations to all of us for picking the Mechanics in number 69.
Let's go, Mechanics.
Let's go. What did Dan Jagt say for both of the Mechanics games? I'm curious.
I have his overall score written down, but not the individual games.
For the people at home, we have a wager with Dan Jagt, aka Ben Yacht's dad, and we have to. Our average score has to beat him by 0.5, or else we get like flogged or something. I don't know what's our punishment.
It's flogging, yeah.
Flogging.
He went Union and then Detroit, so he went 1 for 2. Here we have Aviators -5. Sam incorrectly took the push. Andrew and myself both took the Growlers.
Hey,
congrats to us. Here we have
I'm doing pretty well.
Yeah, here we have Breeze -7.5. Yeah, actually, you've only missed one so far. You're doing very well.
Dunka.
Breeze -7.5. Congrats to all of us again for picking the glory.
Hey. What did Dan Jagt say?
He took the Breeze. He took the Breeze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like on the ones that we all picked, like let's check what he picked. Because
he also took the Alley Cats when we all took Madison.
Yeah. Okay. That's good.
But he also took the Mechanics when we took the Mechanics.
But I took the Mechanics both times.
He took the Legion.
Okay.
In the second one, when we all agreed. In the first one, it was split, and he got it wrong also.
Okay.
So here we have Hustle -11.5. Wow, what a line. Congratulations to Andrew and to Ryan.
I'm killing it.
Right? If they picked Dallas, they picked Dallas, they got it right.
11.5. Yeah.
Okay. Summit -1.5. Well, congratulations to all 4 of us for picking the Summit, and congratulations to not Dan Jagt because he took the wind chill.
Wow. I think I'm feeling good.
So that brings us to Toronto -4.5. Congratulations to Sam and Ryan and Joe, but not Andrew.
That's okay. And also not Dan Jagt.
And also not Dan Jagt, correct. So Dan Jagt went 4 and 6. Sam Jagt went 7 and 3. Andrew Jagt went 8 and 2.
Woo! That might be my best week.
Ryan Jagt also went 8 and 2.
Woo!
Oh, Ryan Jagt.
How did Joe Jagt
and then Joe Jagt went 6 and 4.
That sounds like it. I'm open.
So
sweep.
All like 4 of us. Yeah. Wow.
All right, Dan Jagt, get us some merch.
Do we get Empire merch? What do we get?
We get something. I know that. I don't know what it is.
I know that Sam knows, and
I think it is supposed to be. I think it is supposed to be merch.
It's killing me on the inside. Wow.
Fly us out to championship weekend. That's what I kind of heard.
I think we need an apology. Okay, this is maybe off the record, but he definitely went out of his way to be like, yeah, Joe's been bad at this, which is not wrong. Joe has struggled, but Joe, you did really well this week. Good job.
Thanks,
I think there's an apology in order as well. Maybe not part of the bet, but
we all did incredibly well this week.
We picked a good week to do well. We picked a good week. Yeah. Hey, the house always wins. Ryan's lines.
Ryan's lines. I'm really dialing in these lines. Like a lot of these like there was a couple half points. Like
Joe, are you doing math still? Do you need me to fill up a couple seconds? Because
no, I'm good now.
Okay, well I'm gonna talk anyway because there's this guy on Reddit who like was in the comments on one of our Ryan's Lines episodes, and he was like, these lines are trash. Like he was being kind of a dick, and that guy can suck it because I think Ryan's Lines are a beautiful thing. And but also thanks for watching, I guess. I don't know. All right.
Thanks for caring. Thanks for caring about how passionate you are that
he was mean about it though, so whatever. Anyway. Ryan's Lines.
Okay, so last week we had a 2-way tie for first place between Alu and Sam. So, well, I guess I'll start bottom up again, like I typically do. So in last place is Dan Jagt at 12 and 11, who is 36 correct picks back from first place.
Uphill battle.
Then in fourth place, we have me is at 41 and 47. Then we have Ryan at 44 and 46. Then we have Sam just 3 points ahead of that at 47 and 43. And congratulations to Alu at 48 and 42.
Wow.
Ooh.
What a week, Andrew. What a season. What a season, Andrew.
I was like doing well. I wavered a little bit. Ryan, you had that killer week where you didn't make a single one of your picks and you kind of scared me a little bit, but I think I've clawed it back. I feel good.
Oh yeah. All right, Ryan's lines. Let's move on to week 10 of the AUDL season. All right. We all ready for
Ooh.
Ryan's lines week 10?
Strap
Let's
in.
do it.
All
do
right.
it.
We got the game of the week. Like, honestly, the game of the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go push here. Mechanics -0. And you guys can all pick who you think.
Ooh. I mean,
because I know
I'm
who
rooting-
Sam's picking.
I'm not rooting for the tattoo. So I'm rooting for the Thunderbirds. I picked the Thunderbirds.
I am rooting for the tattoo, but
Oh, man.
but intelligence is telling me that during the 69 games, Pittsburgh typically wins by 6.5 points. So I'm gonna take Pittsburgh.
Guys, hear me out.
Mm-hmm.
This is a trap game for like Vegas. Vegas is setting this line to trick you guys.
Yeah.
So I am going with the Mechanics, and so is Sam, and we're riding Detroit into the sunset here.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Please,
this is
no.
Dan Yacht's
Oh.
week to catch up.
Yeah, Daniel's done. He's done so.
Yeah, we won. We yeah. Yeah. We won fair and square. But wow, I do not want a tattoo. Oh my God. I'm stressed, guys. I'm stressed out.
All right. This is definitely not the game of the week. It's kind of good. I don't know. These teams are whatever. But no, this is gonna be a sick fucking game. Empire Breeze went to OT last. Have they gone to OT the last 2 in a row?
Yes.
That's nuts.
That's crazy.
These teams, they're locked in for this game. They've had this game marked up on their schedule. We're gonna go Empire -1.5. I'm gonna give them a nod for an extra point. Yeah. Empire -1.5.
Sam,
Good line.
what do you think?
Sam, you've been real quiet this episode. What are you thinking about? What's on your
He's
mind?
drinking his beer, guys. Let the man drink beer in peace.
Let him live. Let him live his life. My like logical side of my brain just wants to pick the Empire just because that feels safer. But and it's on the road. But my DC sports brain is just like fuck it, ride the breeze. And they've brought them to overtime. They've all been close games.
Mm-hmm.
And for that reason, I'm gonna let Joe decide first.
Thanks, Alu.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I mean the last 2 games have been by 1 point. And I do think this game is going to be close, but I don't think this is the matchup where the Breeze have the best chance of winning it. I think their last matchup in New York was playoffs. Their most recent matchup against New York was in DC, start of the season, a lot of hype. I think this game means a little bit less to them than probably either of those last 2 games mean. I mean, obviously they're going to be trying as hard as they can. And if they win this game, that's the most important game they've ever played. But I'm going to go New York just because I don't think it has the hype going into it that the last 2 games had.
I kind of think so too. I'm gonna go with the logical side of my brain. Like I said before, I think you made a good point there, Joe, where it's like, yeah, like it was overtime in the playoffs, but that was playoffs. And also like the Breeze have kind of had some weird, like, let Montreal back in the game in the third quarter. And like maybe come playoff time, like they've kind of, polish things off a little bit, but they don't feel like the most polished version of the Breeze right now.
Yeah, I agree.
So yeah, let's go Empire, but man, it could go either way. What do you think, Ryan?
I think you guys all make really good points, and part of me wants to do this for Ryan's Lines reasons and go against you guys, but I think Empire are gonna win by like exactly 2. And I think, and because of that, I'm gonna
Fair
go
bet.
Empire.
It's a great line, though. It's a really good line.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't feel confident in it.
Yeah.
This is a good Breeze team.
Oh, Sam just texted me. He wants the push.
So he wants the game to end in a half point.
Yeah, he wants 1.5, and if that doesn't happen, he's silent for the next week.
Oh shit.
I think
not-
Sam's taking Boston. I mean DC Breeze here.
Boston's coming out of the woodworks to get revenge. All right, so Sam's got Breeze here. We're all on the Empire. So that means Breeze is for sure covering this line, right?
Probably, definitely, yeah.
All right. I was thinking about this line because we got Shred Aviators in LA. Aviators rising, Shred looking good. All right, I'm gonna go. Oh, I'm stuck between 2 numbers, but I'm gonna go Shred minus 4.5. This is a tough one. I was in between two lines, but I think I'm giving the Shred the advantage here, which will say kind of what I was thinking towards the other line. But yeah, 4.5. You got to win by 5. Shred needs to cover. They've been looking really freaking hot. Aviators can look really good sometimes, but they haven't looked great against the top teams in the league. So yeah, that's my take. Shred minus 4.5. What do you guys think?
It's so tough because they keep playing really tight games against the Summit, and then in their one Shred game, they got donked. So
Did they play a tight game against the Summit?
I think it was like 3 points. I don't think it was like tight, but I think it was 3 points and 4 points. It was within the margin of this line.
Okay, of this line.
Clunkability.
And their Shred game was not within the margin of this line. It was like 7 or 8 or 9 or something.
Yeah, so the Aviators lost to the Summit by 4 in their second game. In their first game in LA, they only lost by 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm giving the Shred the advantage because the Shred have just looked really good.
I'm gonna go Aviators. I think I'm gonna regret that pick.
See, that's funny because I feel like the opposite because I'm going Aviators and I feel great about it.
That makes me feel way better about my pick.
Yeah, I just think that what it all comes down to is that guy that got the game-winning block against the Summit is gone. He's on his missionary trip. So
oh, that's right.
It's just it's a shell. Like who is this team? We don't even know. It's a shell of its former self. So I feel pretty good about the Aviators losing by 3.
I love that you guys did that because I'm going Shred here. The last time these teams two faced each other, the Shred won by, let me recall, 12 points. So I think their ability to beat them by 5 is definitely there. And I'm going Shred here. I did get a text I did get a text from Sam specifically though. He's all LA. He's actually with you guys here. He thinks LA is gonna he thinks LA is gonna be really close in this game. So
Is that legal? Is that
Shred here.
legal tender? I don't think that's legal tender. I think that's you trying to do some Rhine line shit and try to gain some positioning here.
What are you guys talking about?
I don't know. Every time we've done this, the silent person has gotten the least picked option.
Yeah, that's how it is, Ryan. Sorry, brother.
But that means you guys think this side is better, so we're helping the silent person. But I just think you guys are all idiots. But also, I don't know. Ryan's lines.
Ooh, I don't know. It feels wrong. It feels wrong to me to give Sam the Aviators here.
I think we should abide by the same thing. And look. I think that's I don't know. I don't know what to say, but I think we should keep it consistent with what we've done before.
Fine, Sam.
That's just
You get to go shred -4.5.
That does feel pretty nice to not speak and just get the shred given to you.
Yeah.
Man, you got okay. Let's move on to this next game. Summit Nitro in Portland. This is Summit. I don't know who the roster is, but it doesn't matter because Nitro does not have a good team. Let's go 8.5. I'm just throwing that number out there. What?
8.5?
Sam, fuck up.
Oh man.
Give me the summit.
Marks.
Give me the
Leandro
summit.
Marks
Give me the
is
summit. Give me the summit. Give me
Leandro
the summit.
Marks is-
I don't even have to. I'm not even gonna explain myself.
I love like picking the team that's probably going to lose, but just picking them because these margins are usually not that big. But this is a case where like that margin completely could be this big. Like the Cascades like donked them. Oh, yeah, I'll go Summit. Fuck it. I'll go Summit. Ryan,
Okay. You guys can't be tempted by Sam's head nods all the time.
I don't even look at it.
I'm not even looking at. I don't look at Sam until you say that we're gonna be 3-1 and you're gonna be the only one, and then Sam starts going like that.
All right. Well, I'm also going Summit here because Summit are going to destroy them. And I'm a Summit
think they
fan. I
are.
can never go against the Summit. So
It just feels there's no bone in my body that's like picking Nitro in this case like makes sense. Like
Yeah.
maybe it is the right pick, but I'm not gonna make that pick because like the Cascades shot on them at home. You know what I mean? Like what am I gonna do?
so we have Sam picking Nitro here.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
he texted the group chat about how much he is
Loves the
pro
Nitro.
Nitro.
Yeah.
He's like, man, I love that Leandro Marks first pick in the draft that I had in the AU.
Yeah, he actually said this line is dog shit. It should be Summit -1.
Yeah. That's crazy, Sam. He's a Nitro believer. Always has been. All right. What do we got, Ryan?
Oh, these are great teams here. We got the Glory up in Canada visiting Toronto. I don't know. Glory plays these games closer than I mean, they're not good teams. I'm gonna go Glory -3.5. I think I remember because I actually saw these two teams play live in Boston when I was out there about a month ago. And the first half, both teams looked equally bad. Like no one looked good. They just looked equally bad. And then Glory kind of pulled through a little bit. So I do think Glory is a little more consistent. So 3.5, that's my line. Glory -3.5.
I think they're both kind of dookie, but I think Boston is at a way different level of dookie, like a way better level of dookie.
Better
if that
dookie.
wasn't clear, I'm gonna go Glory. I think they're a better dookie.
Yeah, I think the keyword here, Joe, that you brought up is dookie. I think that Boston is dookie, and I don't think they can win by that much on the road with like whatever randos they're bringing. So I'm gonna go with Rush, but I don't feel great about it. But I think we've agreed on like pretty much everything.
Yeah,
And
this is our first divergence.
This is one where I could kind of go either way, but like I'm gonna go against you on this one.
I'm with Andrew here. I actually think there's a chance Rush wins here. You know, I don't know if Boston's bringing their full roster, you know, like shades of 2022 Boston. Maybe they only bring some people and Toronto's fully rostered and, you know, they come out strong and they just take it, you know. So I'll take the points and give me Toronto.
I would tie Barbieri game. Yeah, all right.
I wouldn't like bet on the Rush winning. I wouldn't go that far, Ryan, but like a good, you know, putting them away by 4. I don't know if Boston has that.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm taking the points. Like they don't need to win, but I think there's a
right.
I'm with
you. Yeah, they've played once this season, and Boston just won by 9. So you know that's it.
All right. So Sam's going Boston here too.
Sam's a glory guy.
That's
always has been
a gloriaholic.
That's what the text said. All right, we got a rematch from last week. Alley Cats Radicals. This game was a 1-point game where the Alley Cats pulled through. Alley Cats does not like to beat teams down. Like they like to keep it close, and I have to factor that into this line. You know, it is at home, so that Radicals I mean, they don't even go zone because I actually watched that whole game and I didn't really see the Radicals go zone. I actually saw the Alley Cats come out and play zone against the Radicals, and it didn't work that well. But I'm gonna give Alley Cats a point or two because they are at home. And I do think they've kind of got that chip on the shoulder after like taking Detroit to 1 point game and now Radicals on a 1 point game. Also, the game was kind of getting chippy, so we're gonna go Alley Cats minus 2.5 here.
Uh, I'm gonna go Radicals. Just not even like literally anything. It could give me any opponent against the Radicals, and I'm just gonna call a Radicals 1 point loss. They just do it so often.
Yeah. I think that the Cats are like kind of looking towards the playoffs now, and I think they try to clean things up a little bit. And I'm gonna go Cats on this one, but yeah, I don't know. I don't feel amazing about it. You make a good point, Joe. Like Rascals are in every game; they just lose by one, and that's just how it is. But yeah, I'll go Cats just because it's Cats pod.
Joe, I think you bring a good point, and I don't think Cats can beat them. I said what 2.5. I just don't think they can win by 3 here. I think when it comes down to it, Radicals are gonna find a way to get a couple of breaks. So I'm gonna take it with you. I'm gonna go Radicals.
Those Rascals.
What are the Radicals? What is that?
Yeah, no, Rascals for sure.
The yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's what you're talking about. Gotcha.
And I'm looking at my phone here, and it looks like Sam hates the Little Rascals, so he's actually going Cats with you, Andrew.
Oh, Little Rascals is a good movie though, but
he hates them.
That's tough, Sam. It's tough. I haven't seen that movie in like fucking 20 years, so
there's no way I've ever seen that movie before.
It could be good, it could be bad. I don't know. Is Little Rascals a good movie? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
is it like notoriously like super racist?
Potentially. Sam nods yes. Then okay. Terrible movie. Never mind. What you got, Ryan?
All right. We've got a barn burner here in Austin. Friend of the pod, Reese Bowman, playing a home game against one of the worst teams in the league. I'm gonna set the line here at 11.5 for Austin Soul.
Oh man.
Oh, give me Legion. Give me Legion.
Yeah, that's easy Legion. I'm Legion.
Give me Legion.
All right. Well,
I'm squeezing for the Legion.
I'm going Austin here because I think Austin knows how to put this team away. And it's a big number, but
they have been put away by that much a few times this season. So Ryan, it's not unheard of.
The whole reason I've been doing well in this Ryan's Lines is because of your big numbers. So and your big member on top of that. But
you're talking about the stash, right?
Well, that too. But can we make a squeegeon for the Legion shirt? And it's just something I don't know what it'd be. We'll get our design team on that one. But
yeah.
There's something there.
So Sam went. He's joining me on that with the Soul, right? He's like they're getting put away. The Legion's getting
yeah.
All right. Ooh, back to back for the Summit. That means this is gonna be a tough matchup up in Seattle. Oh man, Cascades. They just did not look good last time they played the Summit. The Summit just looked like a way better team. But home, Seattle's kind of rising a little bit. I'm gonna keep that line down to 7.5 for the Summit. The Summit really need to be on their A game to put them away. I can see some long points here on their D lines and those breaks that they get. Maybe it's just not a beat down because it's kind of second day and a back to back. So we go Summit minus 7.5 here is the line.
7.5.
It's a good line. It's a good line.
Yeah. And the Summit just played at Portland, right? On Friday night.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
The Summit. The Summit ruined the Cascades in that other game.
I'm gonna say if the Summit just beat Minnesota by 10, I think I'm gonna have to keep rolling Summit.
I think the Cascades have had this kind of weird thing lately where they kind of they play for pride, I think, a little bit more than some of the other Duke teams. And they were on the road last time, but also maybe Khalif is just like looking forward to mixtape stuff and like, oh man, I don't want to pick the Cascades when I'm not positive like what their roster is looking like. Oh man, what'd you say it was, Ryan? Was it 8.5?
7.5.
7.5.
Whew. Go with your heart, Andrew. It's just Ryan's lines.
Yeah, it's Ryan's Lions. I'm gonna go Cascades, but I feel bad like not looking at the roster, but whatever.
Yeah, with both of you, I thought you both were gonna go Summit, and I was like, "Fuck, I feel like I gotta go Cascades here, just because if I believe in the line as the bookie, I'm like, all right, I gotta take both sides." But I hate picking against the Summit, so I'm not going to do that. I'm gonna pick the Summit here, -7.5.
I'm sure Sam's thrilled with the Cascades.
Oh yeah, big Cascades guy.
Join me, Sam. Join me. They play for Hart in Seattle. We know this, okay? We love Seattle. Noted Seattle pod. That's us.
Red traveling on a second night of a back-to-back to the Growlers. Man, this could be a big number because we just saw the Growlers of what we think they are, against the Aviators. Not that good. Red pretty good. So I'm gonna go Shred -9.5.
Wow.
Big number. But the Shred are hot. Like, this team is
Shred
a
are hot.
hot team.
Shred are hot.
So it's a big number.
I think I would have taken Shred at the start of the season. I think I'm a little more Growlers are just like so mediocre now, but not like terrible. And because of the back-to-back, I'm gonna go Growlers.
Fun fact: the Shred and the Growlers are in the same division.
Whoa.
This is the only game they're playing against each other this year.
Whoa.
Which
That is a fun fact.
Bizarre.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's kind of weird. I guess it's just because like they get the out of division game, so they were just like they don't need to play this team twice. Like whatever. What'd you say it was, Ryan? Sorry.
9.5.
9.5.
Oh baby. Oh mamacita. This is a tough one. It's away. 9.5 Growlers. Give me Growlers. Come on.
Yeah.
Travis Dunn might be back, might not be.
Oh,
Who knows?
man. I'm looking at some of these games, and I think that line's a little high because the Growlers do like to keep games interesting. Like they
don't
lost
lose by that much.
They only played the Summit, I think, once, and it was a 7-point game, so like pretty close. You know what? Fuck that. Go Shred. If they lose to the Summit by 7 and the Shred are just not turning it over and breaking them, they're gonna dunk on the Growlers. So I'm going Shred here.
Okay. Sam 2. Going Shred.
2. Yeah. Let's take some points back on these boys, Sam. All right.
The Growlers are competent. They're better than the other like D tier or whatever teams because they're like competent. I don't know. We have them lower than other teams, but whatever.
Yeah.
I feel good about them.
All right. Final game of the week. Let's round it off with a doozy of a line because this game should not be close. But Phoenix is traveling up to Montreal on Sunday afternoon. It's a nice day in Canada.
Notably, I-95 is back open, so that'll hopefully help with the trip.
They'll just zip right up there.
Right up there. Let's go Phoenix -8.5.
No way. Royale covered last time that the Phoenix had like a ridiculously large spread.
I don't even think this is ridiculously large of a spread.
You don't think so?
No, I don't know. I think I think it's certainly possible. I think I might also be leaning towards the Royal, but I don't think I feel good about it. But
Well,
I think I am gonna go. I think I am gonna go Royal, but I could see.
I just feel a certain way about Phoenix that like just
Oh, come
I don't
on,
know.
Sam. What are we doing here? Is he your liaison? What is this?
Oh,
What
There's
is
one
this?
game left.
oh.
Liaison won't even help. Hello.
Hello, boys.
Yeah,
Sorry.
can we stop sharing the screen? Let's get a full body shot of Everest Shapiro right here.
I'm in the
Oh,
grocery store.
man.
Oh, he's wearing the perk pants.
I'm in the grocery store. I'm gonna get ice cream for my the girl I've been seeing, her roommate, because it was her birthday, and I don't know what to get.
Damn, you trying to
Ooh.
double dip?
I'm thinking some strawberry ice cream. I gotta get the strawberry.
Ooh, I think the Haagen-Dazs like sends a message, you know.
Yeah, yeah. You're a big spender if you're getting Haagen-Dazs.
Is that all you're going to the store for?
Huh?
Is that all you're going to the grocery store for?
Yeah.
Nice.
What's the line? What's Ryan's lines right now?
We're on the last one right now.
It's Philadelphia minus 8.5 against Montreal.
In Montreal.
In Montreal.
Yeah, Everest. What do you, well, should we have
Notably,
Everest,
I-95 is back open.
Is Everest allowed to bet on the AUDL?
he's let's have him be Sam's liaison for this game.
No. He gets his own pick, just one pick.
Fine.
All right, I'm gonna say 8.5. That's a blowout. That's a blowout. I'm gonna say Philly. I'm gonna say under. So I don't know. They win by less than 8.
So you're
8.5
picking
points.
Montreal. You're picking
So
Montreal.
I guess I'm picking Montreal in that situation.
Montreal plus 8.5. You think they'll if you add 8.5 points to their score,
Does
Then
Everest know how to
Montreal
do?
will win.
Does he know how to do math? Is this?
Andrew, you were calling them unders 2 to start the season.
I'm
all
gonna
right?
be honest. I'm gonna be honest. This explanation of it made it more confusing to me.
Wait,
Yeah.
Ryan's explanation just made it very clear to me. So you're saying if you say Philly minus 8.5, it means if you take Philly's score and subtract 8.5, they're still winning.
Yes.
Yeah, that makes it super clear. So then I'm gonna take. I don't even know what to say now, but Montreal is gonna.
You just said Montreal.
Yeah, no, I know. But how do you say it then? Montreal covers. What does that
Montreal
mean?
plus 8.5. But yeah, they cover. They cover the spread. If you add 8.5 points to them, they are now
Actually, Everest, you repeat after me. You say the formal way to say it is Montreal. I'm a douchebag.
Montreal, I'm a douchebag.
There you go. All right, locked it in.
I'm open. I'm open.
I'm open.
All right, goodbye, fellas.
Bye.
Good luck.
Bye.
Oh man.
Well, that was great.
Man, I hope he his girl that he's seeing his roommate.
He's getting ice cream for like his girlfriend's friend or so. What is he doing? What is he doing? What
He's
is
just
he
trying to
doing?
be a good guy.
That is okay.
Everest Shapiro, good guy.
Everest Shapiro, everybody. Is that it? Is that Ryan's lines?
I don't
We
think
still, we still need Ryan's pick.
I'm gonna go Phoenix here. Fuck it, Hotbirds. I'm double downing because like hopefully if they win, then they're just hot. But if they don't, I feel like if you don't cover 8.5 here, you're just a cold bird. You're a cold bird.
Well, they were cold birds last
I like
time.
it.
They didn't cover. I went on my whole Philly is a loser town rant, so I feel good about my Royal pick.
Sam is also double downing, double dipping, and taking the Phoenix.
Up the pick. All right, Ryan's lines.
All right, now I can talk again.
Lines.
I have a few thoughts from
Ryan's lines.
Please
from
do
watching that
share.
episode.
Ryan's lines.
Ryan's
End the
lines.
episode. Cut it off right here. Ryan's lines.
There were 4 out of the 10 where I agreed with what I was assigned, so that's solid.
Not bad.
There were 3 lines where I was like, this is aggressively, offensively targeted, terrible line to make me lose. But I will say, on one of them, Ryan sided with me, so you know what, that's fair. For the record, those were the push to kick it off with Detroit. Colorado minus 8.5, as I voiced to you guys via text, and Shred minus 9.5. I think that's extreme.
Well, Sam, one thing I will say is that Colorado beat the Summit by like way more than that.
Colorado
like,
beat
Hold
the
up.
Summit?
Say again.
Or sorry. Colorado beat the Cascades by like way more than that, like earlier.
No,
Like,
no,
to
no.
the
My complaint was about the Summit Nitro line, not the Cascade line.
What was the Salt
gotcha,
Lake
gotcha,
line you
gotcha.
didn't like?
The 9.5 line against the Growlers. I thought that
I think it
was
was too high.
that was way too high. Yeah.
It's pretty big.
Did we all pick the Growlers and you picked the Summit?
No, you also picked the Shred.
It was a Shred.
You
But
like
yeah,
you
that's
changed
the one
you changed your
sided
mind.
with me.
Okay.
You said you were
I
leaning
also sided
Growlers,
with you
but
on Detroit too.
Yeah.
I sided with you on two of
That's
those,
right.
Sam.
But I think they were terrible. After that, you guys mockingly said, "I'm sure Sam's glad to pick the Cascades." I actually did pick the Cascades when
Nice.
it was Colorado minus 7.5. Third point, I have seen the Little Rascals.
Oh.
And fourth
Enlighten me.
point, no further comment.
All
Fourth
right.
point, Joe mentioned DC might not be gunning for this game quite as much, but I did want to point out that a loss in this Empire game means that as long as DC and Philly keep winning, that they would play each other for the right to host that playoff game in their next matchup. But
They would still be a game ahead though, right?
Well, that would make them even, so then it would be
Doesn't
a point thing, because
I
DC
think
has
doesn't-
2 losses right now and Philly has 4. So then this loss would give DC 3, and then if Philly beat them,
Okay,
they
yeah,
would both
yeah.
have 4.
Cool.
But yeah,
Nice.
that's all I had.
I cannot believe Everest was. I mean, props to him. He's an open book, but like, man,
Yeah,
Millions of
you know
people are
Dan
gonna see
Yacht's gonna
that.
be watching this.
this is on the record, man.
Oh yeah, I was also gonna say, Dan Yacht. Why don't you? I assume you still live in Minnesota. I never actually confirmed that, but since we beat you, you should host us for championship weekend.
Championship weekend. That'd help out the old travel budget immensely. Might I add?
That's all.
Fair's fair.
Ryan's
Fair's
lines.
fair.
Ryan's lines.
Ryan's lines.
Ryan's lines. I'm a
Ryan's
good roommate. Like I do the dishes. Like
Oh, we're gonna be a bad guest, probably, right?
we're allowed to be. We kind of
Well,
we dogged him pretty good.
It was a clean sweep. We're allowed to.
It was a clean
We can do whatever we
All
want.
right.
We can do whatever we
alright.
want in this house.
Dirty socks all over.
Yeah, no, I'm
all
not
over the
plunging
living
the
room.
toilet.
Yeah.
All right,
We're gonna be clogging the toilet.
I'd be lucky if I'm using it.
Sink is fair game.
Ryan's lines.
Rules are rules.
Minnesota
If
rules,
the sink
baby.
was fair
Minnesota
game at my
rules.
apartment, it's fair
Anything
game at
goes.
Dan Yacht's apartment. Ryan's lines.
Ryan's lines. I call Ben Yacht's childhood bedroom.
That bed's way too big for you.